Hello everyone, it's averydawnside and welcome back to another video. So with the holidays being around here, I wanted to figure out some sort of gift that I could give to you guys without actually giving it to you guys. So I figured today would be the perfect day to do a video that has been so highly requested for months on end. So today I'm going to be showing you how to make your very own realistic roleplay videos. Thank you all so much for the kind and inspiring comments that you always leave me on my RRP videos. A lot of you say really sweet things and it honestly just inspires me so much. And a lot of you also comment questions on how I do what I do, how I come up with storylines, how I edit, what I use to edit, and all of that. So today is going to be the full package gift of how I make my realistic roleplay videos so that you can make them too. So without further ado, I'm going to be showing you how to do this in 4 easy steps, and I promise it's not that difficult, so just hang in there, and I'm very excited to show you guys how to do this so that you can create your own. So let's go ahead and get right into the video. So the first step to creating your own realistic roleplay video is obviously to make a storyline. Now, I usually think of all my storylines myself. Honestly, I sit in my shower and I think about what I want to do based off a small idea that I come up with and I run with it. So I don't plan out too much, I just come up with a general idea so that I'm not restricting myself by planning out every single thing that I want to do, but I have sort of a base that I want to go off of so that I kind of know what I'm doing and it has some sort of structure. So I actually had you guys help me out with how the storyline is going to go by voting in an Instagram poll, which I posted this on my Instagram story, and then I posted 3 polls after that to help you guys decide what you wanted this storyline for the short video to be. So for poll number 1, we had location. So you want to pick a general location that sort of matches your idea. So for the theme of this realistic roleplay video, it's going to be holiday/wintry. So for poll number 1, which is location, I asked, where will the video take place? And you guys voted between the Winter Village and Dino Valley, and the Winter Village won by 60%. And then for the second poll, it was which horse. So in a realistic roleplay video, you usually want to have it focused on 1 or maybe 2 horses. You don't want to have so many horses in there that your audience can't really keep up, and you really want to focus in on maybe a few specific ones that match your storyline rather than trying to get all of your horses in one video. I know it's kind of difficult. I want to shove all my horses in one video sometimes, but it would take a very long time and be a little difficult. So for the horse, you guys voted who will be the main horse. You voted between Aura, the horse behind me, and Nova, my old Irish cob, and you guys voted that Aura will be the main horse in the video by 59%, so that is why I'm standing by her stall. And for the final poll, I had you guys vote on the activity. So usually in a realistic roleplay video, it's based around one sort of event, one sort of activity, whether that be a show realistic roleplay or that be a day in my life vlog or just like a quick little something you want to do, event that you want to show. So I had you guys pick the activity and you were voting between winter trail ride or checking out the area, and you guys voted by 87% that you wanted to see a winter trail ride. So now that you have your base storyline created, you are all set with step 1 and you can move on to step 2, which is filming. Okay, so now you're all set to move on to the second step, which is honestly the most crucial part, and that is filming. What I use personally to film is QuickTime Player, but that is only compatible with the Apple products since I film and edit on a MacBook. There are so many other things that are available and completely free though. I know a few people use Bandicam and really enjoy that, so that's another option that's downloadable. I just use QuickTime Player because it came with my laptop. It's completely free and the quality is amazing. So now that you have whatever you downloaded to screen record your screen, I'm going to tell you the 3 essential things that you need to do in order to get really good clips and filming for RRPs. So the first thing is going to be picking your scenes. So for whatever you're doing with your actual storyline, you want to pick a few scenes that match to go along and sort of plan it out in your head. So for me, I'm going to be showing you guys how to do a talking scene, a transition scene, and then the main scene, which is the trail ride. So usually in RRP videos, it starts out talking and you see me doing the hand movements and motions, and then you put audio over that. The second is transitioning, which is just walking or going or traveling to the place that you're doing the event at. And third is the actual activity or event, which in this case is going to be the trail ride in the Winter Village. So to do all those things, I'm going to show you exactly how I do them, and honestly it's pretty easy. You just have to get the hang of figuring out the angles and the measurements of everything of the screen so that you don't have any of like the icon stuff that Star Stable usually has in it, such as like this thing down here, like your XP bar, or like your name and your horse's name. You want to make sure that all of that is out of the frame so that it looks as realistic as possible and it doesn't look like you're playing the game. It looks like you're actually filming. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to be going over is the talking clips. So usually in the intro of your video, you're going to want to start out by explaining what you're doing, and to do that, you're going to want to click over here in the chat window, and usually I go to group or say chat so that people can't really see that I'm repetitively clicking the same button. And here's what you're going to want to do. You're going to click on talk, but as soon as you click talk, you're also going to click the chat icon again. Oh, there we go. So that that window is closed and it's more easily croppable, and you can pick only like your character screen. So you want to do that a few times before you get a really good clip like this one where your character is looking straight at the camera, everything's going smoothly, and there you go, you have your clip, and you can just crop that down and copy and paste it so that the clip continues to go on and on. So now you have your talking clips. We're going to move on to the second part, which is your transition clips. So now we've moved outside to get our transition clips, and for this clip we're going to be walking over to the sled, which is located right over here. But there are a few things we're going to do before that to make it look more realistic. So you're going to want to head over into your settings, go to creative, and then eventually we're going to click hide user interface. But before we do that, we want to make sure that we have the field of view that we want and the angles that we want. So this is where you want to kind of play around, and my number one thing that I think makes a realistic roleplay go from just a basic to a more advanced realistic roleplay is having multiple things of the same clip at different like closeness and far away. So you guys will notice in my videos sometimes I get really close up, and I also do some clips really far away so you can see my character's entire body. So the first thing we're going to be doing is the far away. So I'm going to click creative, hide user interface, and you're going to also want to make sure that you are going at a steady walk pace. So make sure just you're walking. Okay, so now you just saw me do the faraway version of that clip. Now we're gonna run back all the way over back to where we started and do a close-up version of the clip so that we have a different variety of the way you want to see the character moving, and it's really gonna all come together when you edit. It seems like a lot of work, and it definitely takes some time and patience to do, but again, doing this will make your video look really professional and super advanced. So now we're going to do the close-up version again. Alrighty, so we made it to the Winter Village, yay. You're obviously going to want to put some sort of transition clip for the things that you can't film, so I usually put like a black screen or some sort of video transition in between, just so that it flows more smoothly. Another keynote for your transition clips is remember that wherever you ended is wherever you need to start. So for example, if you're traveling by a trailer, you want to make sure you end your last transition clip at a trailer and start your next transition clip at another trailer. So in this case, we ended our last clip at a sled, and we're going to start it at another sled. So now that we're in the Winter Village, we're going to get the transition clips now of walking over to where Aura is. So I'm gonna have her be located in that direction. You don't have to have it be obviously perfect, but make sure that it does match up to where you're going. Okay, so before you jump into the actual main clip itself, you're going to want to make some mini filler clips. So a lot of the ones that I like to do are, again, just talking clips. So you just want to do the same thing that we did before and do the same talking until you get a nice and smooth one, which that was pretty good, but at the end there was a little head nod. So we're going to redo it a few more times, and sometimes this happens on the first try. It's great. Other times, See right there, it was perfect. Other times it takes forever to get that clip. So another thing that I like to do is, if I can find it, I believe it's welcome. You want to play around with a few of the like motions and animations to find what works for you and what you're trying to say. So it's actually follow. So obviously I just did my talking, but I also want to get a clip where it's the character motioning to follow, because that's usually where I said, oh, like I say something along the lines of like, okay, let's just get started, or let's go. So remember, end where you started. So she ended there, and I'm gonna do the follow clip and close the thing, and we're gonna try one more time because she lifted her hands. And again, sometimes this takes forever, other times it happens on the first time. Just be patient. This is an example of where she keeps doing her like little animations, but you want to do it a few times until you get it perfect. So there we go, we have that clip now. We have our filler clip, and now let's get into filming the main clip. So you want to start out, again, kind of the same as walking clips. I forgot to mention, usually I put like the putting on your helmet clip, but you can say that in the talking clip if you forget to do something. You just say like, before I hopped on, I shoved on my riding helmet and gloves, and that way you don't have to always do the animations, because sometimes it can be too much. You want to do whatever fits your video, and since this is just going to be a short video showing you guys and not super detailed, you don't have to do all the filler things. We've gotten on Aura, and now we're going to again play around with the field of view. Usually your field of view when you're riding horses, it has to be farther away. You're going to want to hide user interface again, and we're just going to do the same thing that we did for walking transition clips. Okay, so now you've made it to the end of the filming portion. So you've filmed your transition, filmed your intro, filmed your filler, filmed your main event, and now you're going to want to film your ending, your outro. So usually, since obviously realistic roleplay videos are very long, I just tend to do a talking clip, but if it's a riding clip and I just want to end the video at the end of the ride, I usually hold on to the horse like this, and then you're going to want to do the same thing with the motions. Go in here, click talk, and then close the chat again and just let the character go through the talking motions. And that time we actually got it on the first time, so we are all set. Another thing that you want to do for the intro and the outro, I didn't show this in the intro, but you're gonna want to make sure that you wave or do something to signify, oh, this is the end of the video, we're leaving now. So I'm gonna do that one more time because I'm not sure if we got it the right clip. Yep. Okay, so now that one wasn't good either. So again, this is kind of a tedious thing to do, but it's worth it in the end. So now we are all set with our clips. Everything is set, ready, and filmed to be edited. So now we're going to move on into I believe it is the third step, which is editing, which is honestly the most crucial part. So I will see you guys in my editing software to show you how I edit my videos. Step 3 is editing. So to edit, I use iMovie. I think this is compatible for a lot of different softwares. I'm not sure if it's just limited to Apple products, but you guys can, explore what works for you. Again, these are just suggestions and it's what I use. So I have iMovie opened, and as you can see, it says drag and drop video clips and photos from the browser above to start creating your movie. So you're going to want to open QuickTime Player in another window, and this is where you have all of your clips that you filmed. I name mine so I can keep track of which is which. So obviously to start, we're going to want to start with our intro, and then we're going to move into sometimes it does that. There you go. So now it's in there, and you can just go ahead and crop down the clips. Now this is the intro to the actual video, which you guys have already watched, but we're gonna go into step 1 here, which is filming. And now we're going to go into filming part 1, which is the audio clip, and I'm going to show you guys how to specifically cut down for a realistic roleplay video. Gosh, sometimes I can't speak. Okay, so now we have our clip and everything here, and we're going to go and just run through it quickly. Obviously, there's a lot of filler stuff that needs to be cut out, but you're going to want to run through until you find where you actually start doing the talkings and the motions. So you can see right here is where it starts. So you're going to want to clip right here where the little chat disappears. So there you go. You're going to want to click split clip, and then you can completely delete all of the stuff before that. So this is how you do talking clips. And once you can see that one's a bad one, so we're gonna try that again. Go over to the talking clip, the chat is closed, split clip, delete that, and then wait until the clip is done. So right there it's done, and we can delete all the rest of that. So now we have our short clip right here. What you're gonna do is come over here and crop down the video to only show your character. This is a crucial thing in realistic role plays. You only want to show your character right here. You don't want to show anything else. You don't want any of this like chat box or anything open, because that will make it look like a game. And now you can see that we've cut down the clip to look like a talking clip. And I'm pretty sure it just talked over me because obviously there's audio connected to it. But now we have our talking clip. Now, if you want to make it longer, what I do is I just Command C and then I click Command V, and this will copy and paste the clip. But here's the thing with this, you have to like do it so the rule of thumb that I was talking about earlier, where you start is where you finish and where you finish is where you start. So you can see this clip ends with her arms down and this clip starts with her arms up. So you're gonna want to go over here and put your clip into reverse, and you can see that now it ends with her arms down and starts with her arms down, and then she lists them just so that it runs smoothly. And that is how I edit my talking clips. So I'm gonna continue to edit the rest of the video. It's basically the same thing like that. You just want to cut down all of your clips so that none of this stuff is visible. It's really just finding the right frame and using the right clips. So I'm gonna go ahead and edit the rest of this. I'm not going to show you guys all of the editing. If there's anything else specific, I will show you that you need to know, but editing usually takes me a few hours, so I will come back to you guys when the video is ready and we will move on to the next step, which is audio. Okay, now let's move into a crucial part of the realistic roleplay videos, and that is audio. So the first form of audio that you're going to want to make sure that you have, obviously this is optional to you. Some people choose not to have music in their realistic roleplay videos, but personally I like to have very quiet audio music in the background to really add to the ambiance of the videos and make my audience feel like they're a part of them. So for example, if you're doing like a holiday video, you're going to want to look for holiday music and so on. So when you're looking for music, you want to make sure you go to either a specific website or just Google, but the thing that you want to search, this is very, if you take anything away from this video, take this away from it, and you're going to want to look for copyright-free downloadable music. So you have to make sure that your music is copyright-free, because if you're choosing to upload your videos to YouTube, all of the music has to be copyright-free and credited to the person that created it. So I like to use SoundCloud for all of my music because I think there's a lot of variety of audio creators and just so much that you can find on here, but you definitely have to do some searching because it's not specifically meant for music to be on YouTube. You have to search for audio that's okay to use on YouTube, which is why you want to search that up. And then so like if you're looking for holiday music like we are, you can type in holiday at the end of that and holiday copyright free music will pop up. But then you're going to be led to a large selection of music. It seriously goes on for so many pages. And then eventually you're just going to want to click this button, and almost every single one has them. Sometimes it makes you like, there are ones where you might have to pay for it, but I would just avoid that. That's why I say like free download rather than pay for it. Once you get here, find your audio clip that you like, click free download, and there are individual steps for every creator, like audio creators things. You might have to follow them on Instagram, you might have to follow them on YouTube or subscribe to them on Spotify, things like that. Nothing too difficult though, especially because you're getting to use their music. And then you download it will pop in your downloads and you can drag and drop it into iMovie. Okay, and now moving into the second form of audio that obviously is a huge contributor to realistic roleplay videos, kind of makes or breaks them, is your own voice. So to do this in iMovie, you're going to want to get your clips ready. So I have my talking clips ready to go, and I'm not actually going to record in iMovie because overlap with this audio and be confusing. But when you're ready to do that, you're going to want to click this little button down here, and then it'll pop up with this little record button. When you're ready, you can click the record button. It will count you down 3, 2, 1, and you're going to want to just obviously say whatever you want to say. Now you can do this with an exterior mic, meaning that you don't have anything plugged in, you don't have headphones or anything, but I wouldn't recommend that because it's not the best quality. I would highly recommend using any form of headphones or maybe a speaker or something that you have. For most of my videos in the beginning that I have on my channel, I use just my regular iPhone headphones. but now I do use a gaming headset. So find whatever works for you. Don't spend a ton of money on something if you're just starting out. Wait until you get comfortable and start with the easy stuff, and this is how you record like your regular voice audio. If you followed all 4 of those steps and edited and put everything together, then congratulations, you have made your very own realistic roleplay video. Now it's time for me to show you the realistic roleplay video that we created out of the clips that I just talked through. So without further ado, here I present to you the short film trail ride at the Winter Village. Today, I'm going to be taking you guys with me on a very short vlog to the Winter Village on a trail ride. I want to show some of the scenery, but not too much, so it's going to be a very short mini vlog, and I hope you guys enjoy. Let's get into it. Now, you can't tell just by looking at me, but I was wearing 4 different layers on the day that I filmed this because it was freezing outside, but as soon as I got to the village, it was all worth it because it was so beautiful there. I just got to the far east of the Winter Village, which is home to the camp of all of the horses. Luckily, they already have them tacked up to go since they do multiple rounds a day of trail rides, so I am all set. I'm gonna pop on my helmet and my gloves before I get on to be extra bundled, but let's get into it. The horse that they put me on definitely had her winter fluff on her, but she also had a really cute design etched into her neck, so we just enjoyed a nice slow stroll around the Winter Village, and it was absolutely amazing. I am back at camp now, and I'm going to end the vlog here just because my fingers are so cold that I'm not sure I can even turn the camera off after this. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you really enjoyed this video. As always, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the future. I hope you have a happy holiday and Merry Christmas. I love you all. Bye!